Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am out on a solo adventure today. I wanted to get out and see some of the wildflowers while they're still blooming. Today is the day after April, so April 21st, and it looks like it's 58 degrees. So I am at the Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve, and I'm already seeing tons of wildflowers. What a beautiful place. I'm going to spin you around, and I think, let's see, there's tons of Virginia bluebells in bloom, and I think the yellow flowers off to my left here, I'll show you in a minute, are wood poppies. And I am actually seeing some red trillium already. And I literally, it's probably not even a quarter mile from the parking lot. Alright, let me spin you around. Alright, so that yellow one is a wood poppy, I believe. I'll put a note in if I'm wrong. But there's a bunch in bloom right here. And then you can see straight down here, tons of Virginia bluebells. Look at that field of bluebells down there. Beautiful. But right here is a grouping of red trilliums, which I had never seen before. And I hike a lot. I've seen the white, I've seen the purple, but here are red trilliums. So excited. Brought you back because we are right in all of these bluebells. Wow. Beautiful. So this place has been on my list for a really long time, but I always just seem to miss the spring wildflower bloom. Wow. Oh wow. That is stunning. Okay, so straight ahead, the Mill Race Trail is closed. I think we'll go this way and do the Bucks County Trail, but first I want to walk down here through all of these bluebells. Wow. Wow. I've never seen so many Virginia bluebells. Let's go over here.
But the whole point is that those apples are toxic. Again,
I think I see some trout lily leaves, but I think it's past their time.
it now can become a man. By itself,
There's some more. I don't know if they were more of the red trillium. Those are the leaves. I'm guessing they were the red. I know that I watched the Wandering Woodsman's video from here and he saw yellow trillium. So I'm hoping to see those because I've never seen those before either. But here's some white bluebells. They're somewhere down here. I've never seen those before. I've seen pink. I think that these little flowers down here, my hands are still dry, so ignore my dry hands. I think these are spring beauties. Yeah, there's straight ahead some trout lilies, but you can see that they're done. Wow. Oh, that is so pretty. I brought you back because there's a new yellow flower down here. I think these might be lesser celandine. Alright. Walking through the bluebells. So 5 minutes in and I'm already thrilled. I have a big trip coming up this weekend. I'm finally crossing another park off my list that I've wanted to get to. We have some May apples here, these big umbrella type leaves. And they do get flowers. You can see on this one right here, that's going to open up, that's a flower. Usually if there's 2 leaves, that's the one that has the flower on it. So back to my trip. This weekend we are heading to Ohio, to Hocking Hills State Park. So the next grouping probably of videos from me will be from Hocking Hills State Park and the surrounding area. I'm not sure if we'll hit any other Ohio state parks while we're there. Our main focus is going to be Hocking Hills. But spring is a great time to go because there's a bunch of waterfalls there. So I'm really excited about that. Watch for those videos. But I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get in a hike before we left. Just because the weather's been so up and down. One day it's nice, and the next it feels like winter again. Oh, so in here, it looks like they're almost done blooming. There's some Dutchman breeches. There they are. Some more white bluebells. There's some more Dutchman's breeches up there. Right around in here. Again, they're finishing up. They're almost done blooming. Oh, here's some more trillium. Okay, so this would be the white trillium. And literally right next to that is purple trillium. There's some more white ones up there. Beautiful bunch of them up there by the tree. And some more of these wood poppies, I believe they are. So last spring we went to Shanks Ferry Wildflower Preserve, which is another Beautiful wildflower preserve in Pennsylvania. That's managed through, I believe, the Lancaster Conservancy. And that one was free. To get in here at Bowman's Hill, it was $12. But I feel like it was completely worth it. I've already seen flowers that I've never seen before out hiking in the wild. I hope. Yeah, there's some steps to go down there. Okay, so we're going to take the steps down to the dam. And then we'll come back to the Bucks County Trail. So most of the trails in the park preserve are very, very short. So I'm hoping to just loop a whole bunch of them together. Oh, there's a bunch of trout lily that are still blooming. There you go. So that's the trout lily. And you can see their leaves. They kind of look like a trout. There's a bunch over by the tree there. There's a couple of Canada geese out there. And there's the dam. Looks like they're doing some work on this mill race trail, so that's closed. But you can at least see the dam. So I went back up the stairs. And I'm back on the Bucks County Trail. I just came to another new flower. I believe that these are anemone, something like that. Anemone. I'll look it up when I get home and put a note in. They do tours. I'm not sure if there's a charge for that. I'm guessing that you have to register for the tours. But there were 2 tours starting out as I got here. Wow, what a beautiful cabin. I see a woodpecker up in the tree. This is all about butterflies. Yeah. Oh, they're not happy with me. Okay, it looks like the tour just went over the bridge. Wait, there's the stone bridge.
Actually, just up this road is where the car is. Yeah, that's what she was telling us. Because we're parked down here. Down here. I don't know whether you want to do this. Well, I don't know. We're come back up.
Just giving some folks a chance to get over the bridge. Oh. Oh, look what I just found. Oh, finally. Oh, wow. I believe that this is our friend Jack. There he is. Jack in the pulpit. Finally, cross that one off the list. I believe that usually underneath gets a little color, so I don't know if it's early. Maybe it'll get more color in the days to come. Well, I'm pretty excited. I get to cross that one off the list. Should have showed you a comparison when I saw the white and the purple, but the leaves on the red are kind of like mottled or spotted, and the leaves on the white and the purple are not. They're just green. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but now we're on the Gentian Trail. Alright, looks like we've already come into another trail junction. The Fern Trail or the Founder's Pond? I did want to see that pond, so I think we'll head to the Founder's Pond. And we can always come back to the Fern Trail. Oh, here's a big map. All right, so again, here's the visitor center and where I parked. Came down the Perry Trail. Came this way, went down the stairs because the mill race is closed. So we came down here, went down the stairs, we saw the dam, went back up the stairs, came all the way up here, saw the log cabin, down the stairs and over the stone bridge. We came down the azaleas at the Bridge Trail and the Gentian Trail, and we're right here. All right, so I think we'll head up to the pond and check that out. And then maybe we'll come up here and loop all the way back down. We'll see. There's also these over here, the Audubon Trail, the Violet Trail. That sounded like a pileated woodpecker. And then all the way over here, there's the Marsh Marigold Trail. Back here is the Penn's Woods Trail. There's New Pond Trail. And then the Aquatong Meadow. I'm trying to think of how my Google Maps, because we came down the Aquatong Road, and I think that's how they said it, Aquatong. So I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but there's that trail. And there's also a South Meadow Trail. I have to remember to walk slow and look down. Okay, there's a ton of skunk cabbage here. And here's the Founder's Pond. I don't hear any frogs. Alright. Here's a new one. Not sure what this is. Oh, I know what this is by the leaf. That's bloodroot. Alright, I brought you back because straight ahead is a whole field of white trillium. And There's a red one right in here somewhere. I don't know if you can see that on the GoPro. That's right there. And you can see how those leaves are different than the white trillium. Love trillium, one of my favorite spring flowers. Still looking for the yellow. Alright, I brought you back because we have an up-close look at the fiddleheads. I'm still on the evergreen trail. Took a little break on one of their benches so I can change the battery in the GoPro. I think I read online that the preserve is 144 acres. And what's good is they built a, I believe, 10-foot high deer exclosure fence around the preserve. And that's why we're getting to see so many of these wildflowers, because they're protected from the deer. Because normally the deer would eat a lot of these wildflowers. We're coming to the end of the evergreen trail. I feel like this one had the least wildflowers so far. I'm guessing because of the evergreens. But it still had a nice view the first half that I did of the creek down below. Medicinal trail. Gifts from nature. There's the white trillium. Alright, I think we have some kids coming, so I'll probably turn you off for a little bit until we get past them. Alright, so we just came across a little patch of pawpaw trees. The fruit are typically mature in late summer. It's an understory tree. And this is something that I didn't know. Let's see, it's believed that ice-aged animals ate pawpaw and dispersed their seeds. Today, it is the only host plant for the zebra swallowtail butterfly. That's interesting. So, these trees here, they're starting to bud. I know lots of people love pawpaw trees and go searching for them. I've never had the fruit, but I know that a few of the YouTube channels that I watch, The Wandering Woodsman and Hiker Dude Dad, they've all mentioned pawpaws. I know Hiker Dude Dad made, I think, a adult beverage out of it. So you'll have to look for that video. I thought that was interesting. There's a nice field of bluebells and some white trillium. Brought you back to walk through the bluebells with me. I think this is another red trillium getting ready to bloom. I don't know if I'm too early for the yellow one. Oh, here's a beautiful red trillium. Beautiful. Yeah, I haven't seen the yellow one. More white ones. Oh, there's another red one. Here's a whole bunch of red ones. Red one and the white ones. Oh, look at all the red ones here. Wow. They're getting ready to open. I'm still watching for that yellow one. There's a bunch more red. These are tiny here. Looks like we're going to go over the bridge. This talks about medicinal herbs and edible wild plants. Sure, there we go. If you want, you can pause this so you can read that in its entirety. So I don't know if I finished my thought, but if you're tired of winter and the cold weather, like I was, it's great to get out and see these wildflowers in bloom. Looks like there's a whole bunch of bluebells ahead, so I'll keep filming so that you can experience that. I'm going to stop and show you this kiosk. This talks about the indigenous people that lived in this area, the Lenape, and you can pause that if you want to read that in its entirety. Another little kiosk, and again you can pause this if you want to read it in its entirety. We're getting ready to head over this bridge. I love the sound of water. That's why most of my favorite hikes are along the creek. I haven't been looking up enough, but the red buds are blooming too. Oh, there's a little chickadee flitting around up there. My favorite bird. Alright, looks like we just finished the medicinal trail. Here we go. Oh, there's a bunch of bluebells up here. Some Dutchman's breeches. Oh, there's some better example of Dutchman breeches right there. And I guess they're supposed to look like a pair of pants. And that's how they got the name. Oh, there's a bunch right there too. Alright, bluebells. White trillium. Choices, choices. I think we'll go that way. Let's see, the fern trail is that way. We've already been on that. Bunch of trillium in here. Looks like the white ones. Bluebells. Oh, there's the Audubon Trail. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I've definitely never seen this many bluebells. We have gone to Longwood Gardens and they do have bluebells there. I'm guessing that because they probably fertilize there, the bluebells were so big. I've never seen bluebells so big. And I think right now is tulip season at Longwood. We had gone for that one year. I can't remember how long ago it was, but it was beautiful. And I think that might have been the first time that I really had seen Virginia bluebells. I mean, I'm sure that I've seen them in the past growing up, but didn't realize what they were. Huh. Interesting. Louisiana water thrush. There's a chickadee, a phoebe, a perula. Oh, a Cape May warbler and a blackpoll warbler. Alright, we're almost back to the stone bridge. Oh, they do have bird boxes here. Yeah, they have a couple. There's one straight out there. There's one right there. One right here. And of course, I stop filming and I come across the yellow trillium. There's a pretty big patch of them right here. So this is the end of the Audubon Trail, right by the stone bridge. Beautiful. Another first. And there's some red right behind. It's just beautiful with the red buds blooming. I don't really hear water flow, but we'll check it out. I might walk past it a little bit. Alright, play back. Alright, so I'm back. And look at this. So pretty. Love the stone with the water flowing out, looking over the waterfall, and then down here in front is another little waterfall with the red buds in the back. Wow. Beautiful. Thoroughly enjoyed my day here today at Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve. If you have a chance, get out there and check it out. If you want to see these spring wildflowers, you're going to have to get here soon. Wow, I don't know what these are. Try to look it up when I get home. And if I figure out what it is, I'll put a note in the video. One last day. I'm going to be heading home. It took me around 2 hours to get here from the Scranton area. Alright, so I just wanted to turn the camera back on so that I can thank you if you've watched this entire video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of my subscribers. I appreciate new people who have found the channel and watched the video. The more people that watch, the more people that, enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe. All of that helps the channel out. I think that's a beech tree over there, and it's massive. So easily distracted by nature. But I wasn't planning on doing this trail, but I think it's a shortcut back to the visitor center. So we did the Penns Woods Trail. And we're almost back to the visitor center. So I'm going to say goodbye. And watch out for those videos from Hocking Hills State Park in Ohio. That should be my next set of videos. Thanks again for watching. Catch you next time.